Hey everybody, Matt Monster, back with Marvel Heroes, and we got Invisible Woman back up with a redo for Spheres Galore. Just because I forgot some stuff when I did the first one, I did it too fast. Um, so, going straight into the build, and we got 20 points going into Resonating Wave. This is kind of an add-on because we got the extra points coming through, and this is going to beef us up pretty good for some extra damage. And we got 20 points going into Invisible Combat, 20 points going into Personal Force Field. And the major point in part of this is Secret Orbs, 20 points going into there. That's what originally I forgot somehow. 20 points into the Crusher. These are the nice pets that follow us around and do tons of damage. 20 points into Combat Force Fields. These are awesome. 20 points into Bouncy Discs. This may change soon. They're talking about a change in bouncies, about bouncies not affecting the same target twice. That's going to suck if that happens. And then I do a point in Levitating Disc so you can fly around if you want to fly around. And I got, of course, Shield Blitz, but I think that comes for free. Just making sure I don't forget anything because the rest of the points go into Quantum Compression. And that's the signature. It's got a big damage explosion there, but I use it for the 80% damage negated for 8 seconds. That's a long time, so I love that. And basically what we're doing is we got the bouncy discs bouncing all over the place, doing massive amounts of damage at 3 a second almost. Resonating waves, just doing a big point-blank area effect. Secret orbs are going out off cooldown. Crusher are up. We keep those up as much as possible. And quantum compression's out there. In case we're in trouble, we hit it and we get 80% damage negation for 8 seconds. It's our save our butt kind of move. Going into gearing, it's going to be the same thing as before. Advanced Super Soldier Serum. Advanced Metasensory Array. That's some of the attack speed coming for the bouncy. That would probably change if they're going to be changing the bouncy. Juggernaut Medallion. This is giving us some defense. As you can see, it's getting the defense up there pretty well. Advanced Hammer Ordnance. Because it bounces all over the place, big chance to knock things down when you hit with a basic power. And then, of course, all energy damage. So Advanced Phoenix Feather is pretty awesome on her. I'm using the Fire Barrage on an Energy Uru. Because we're so defensive other places, we're going offensive in other places. We don't have any kind of mana issue whatsoever. So I can go offensive on Uru here, and that's 400 damage rating, 600 damage rating basically. So that's a lot of damage coming off the Uru. Health, Spirit, crit damage. That's pretty decent. Crit rating would be better. Crit damage, you know, you take what you get. I threw a Death Seed on her. It's what I had at the time, but crit and brute, you know, can't lose. Health and regeneration, can't lose, making her a super ranged tank. And then if you die, there's a small chance to come back to life. And pretty good damage rating. You know, she got her Future Foundation bodysuit, Malice's cape, Earth 1610 boots. All these are awesome for her. And Johnny's flames. None of them go wrong. They all do excellent things for her. She's beefy. The core is okay. Not an incredible amount of health coming off the core, even though she's got a lot of health. But it's a health core with a 3-to-1 core, and then a little bit less damage from area. It's okay. And then just whatever insignia I found. This one has a chance to turn me invisible, so it's insignia Invisible Woman with some movement speed. Not really the greatest there. So let's go turn up a Cosmic Dr. Octopus and annihilate him. Done this way, it's pretty much you're going to destroy everything you want to destroy. And you're looking to basically maintain 3 of those crushers, because you can have 3 of them total. And you don't want to keep resunning them if you don't have to. And you don't want to be moving around all too much if you don't have to. So you just fire everything off a cooldown. Everything bounces, finds its own target. As long as you're hitting something, you're good. You see a big sphere disappear, you start summoning that up. You can see it's pretty much standstill because you got so much toughness. Seeker Orbs seek and destroy. The Crushers seek and destroy. Taking too much damage, pop up your damage shield. All of a sudden you're back to full life. Well, everyone's dead. For some reason, sometimes auto attacks lock up and they just stop attacking. So if you're not seeing health coming in and you're not seeing stuff bounce around, take the finger off the button. Or sometimes they get locked up by walls, like you can see that right there. Oh yeah, and don't forget to activate invisible combat. I do. I was running without invisible combat the whole time there. I bet you didn't even spend Omega points. Nope. I guess we'll spend them. Just buying plus XP. You get a preview of what's going to come. Damage started coming in, I just popped the signature. And I let the signature ride. And technically you should be charging every now and then. I don't, but you know, it gives you projectile deflection and such. As you can see, some people say don't charge because you lose DPS. This build, you do not lose DPS by moving around. You might lose 3% DPS. You can still cast and attack, just basically. You just don't lose much. The attack animation on the bouncy discs is so fast that it picks up almost immediately. The only problem is sometimes when you go to use your buttons, they don't always fire because you're flooring the basic attack. That's a known bug. with the UI. The UI is unresponsive if something's getting held down. So if you absolutely need something to happen, you got to unfloor the button. But if you're not unflooring the button, then you're not losing a lot of DPS. Something to remember too, as long as you see that big explosion, your signature went off. So you got the buff that reduces damage. Don't hit it again, because you're going to start burning off your damage reduction shield. And he's pretty easy. I stood in the thick of it for the most of it. You start moving around and staying mobile, it's even easier. Oh, Fantastic Four emblem. But they're going to be hers, not those. That sucks. And that's why I do plus XP. Get more and more points and the mega points faster and faster. Nothing really good there. And that's Spheres Galore, the Invisible Woman. Pretty easy. She's pretty tanky. You can sit in the thick of it if you want to. You can move around if you want to. As I said, you know, if you're spamming those things and you charge, you kind of don't lose too much attack speed. As you can see, it picks up the attack speed pretty quick. You lose one disc. Everything else is auto fire. So you don't have to worry about not being mobile. If you want to be mobile, you're losing one disc every second. That's not a big loss. So, hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed, and talk to everybody later.